Most teams treat alternatives like a buffet. They throw out 3 or 4 random ideas, pick one because it feels right, and hope the judges don't notice the gaps. They wonder why their recommendation feels weak. I've coached 302 Haskayne teams to over 180 podium finishes. The teams that win don't guess. They build realistic MECE alternatives and evaluate them against clear, measurable decision criteria so the best solution becomes obvious to everyone in the room. This is Masterclass number 4, Alternatives that Actually Win, building straight off the analysis framework from Masterclass 3. Let's get into the exact process I expect every team to follow. Alternatives are the possible solutions to the problem. They must be realistic and implementable. No pie in the sky ideas. They must be MECE, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. Every idea goes into exactly one bucket, and together the buckets cover the entire universe of reasonable options. As you build your alternatives, make sure you approach them using the SCQA pyramid. That is situation, complication, question, answer. It helps identify the context and then answer the question, which is supported through key lines and supporting evidence. No sandwich method here. Don't throw in one terrible option just to make your favorite look better. All alternatives can be solid, simply best because it beats out the others on your decision criteria. And remember, you're going to have to implement whatever you recommend. So there are serious obstacles. Own them now. Decision criteria are measurable standards. You use them to judge every alternative. They must be tied directly to the organization's mission, strategy, culture, and values. When you're looking at strong criteria, you're looking at things that improve profitability, sales, market share, or ROI, maintain or increase customer satisfaction and brand strength, fix within the current or future resources and capabilities of the organization, stay inside the acceptable levels of risk, allow reasonable speed and ease of implementation, improve employee morale, safety, or turnover, retain flexibility, and minimize environmental impact. They must be reasonable enough to compare. Alternative A is more profitable than alternative B, and they must relate back to the problem statement that you set up earlier. If your criteria don't connect, you either have missing alternatives or a poorly formed problem state. Put your chosen alternative at the top of the table. This is real world. You're getting paid to recommend the solution, not spend half the time talking about what the things you're not going to do. Hype the winner first. Show why it meets each criterion better than the others. Then and only then discuss the non-chosen alternatives and their negative impacts. Be honest. Discredit where you can, because in the competitions, the other teams will try the same. Use a simple table so the audience sees at a glance why your solution is clearly superior. No guesswork. The logic should feel inevitable. Avoid these traps, the do-nothing alternative. They don't invite you to recommend the status quo. Rogue or whimsical ideas, dismissing or firing the person you're presenting to. Change the audience if you're going to do that. Make sure you select the alternative that flows straight into your recommendation and implementation plan. If you choose the right criteria, the why will be obvious to every judge. There you have it, the alternatives framework I expect every team to use. MECE options, decision criteria tied to the organization, a clear table that makes your recommendation the obvious winner. This is Masterclass 4. We've now covered mindset, opening, analysis, and alternatives. Next up, the recommendation and implementation plan. Drop your biggest struggle with building alternatives in the comments. I read every one. Subscribe, hit the bell, and keep stacking your math skills. Cam Welsh out. Go make your recommendations undeniable.